Okay, let's be real. We're all feeling it, right? The incredible, almost dizzying speed of AI. It feels like new tools, new models, and new breakthroughs are dropping every single day. So the real question is, how do we navigate this new world to not just keep our heads above water, but to actually become smarter? That's exactly what we're going to break down today.
And you know, this quote from the AI legend Andrej Karpathy, man, it just nails it. It's not just the junior developers who are feeling the ground shake. Even the top experts, the people who built this stuff, are admitting that the entire profession is being re-engineered in real time. If a guy like that feels it, it's totally okay for the rest of us to feel the tremors.
All right, so let's just start there. Let's talk about that feeling. That mix of anxiety, excitement, and a major case of FOMO. You know that feeling like you're constantly trying to catch a train that's just accelerating faster and faster? You are not alone. This is the AI earthquake.
I mean, this really captures the human side of it all. Take a developer like Manu Arora. He's running a super successful business, gets millions of page views, but he's open about the fact that this daily flood of new AI tools gives him this constant nagging anxiety. It's a universal feeling in our industry right now for sure.
And look, this isn't just a feeling. It's not just in your head. The growth is, well, it's explosive. And this number, 2,660, is a perfect example of why we feel like we're struggling to keep up. That's how many AI agents were on the AWS Marketplace in early 2026. It's the fastest growing category in the platform's entire history.
And this insane adoption rate isn't just happening in big companies. It is everywhere. A recent survey of undergrads found that AI usage jumped from 66% to a jaw-dropping 92% in just 1 year. The next generation? They're growing up with these tools as just normal. This forces all of us to make a choice. And that brings us to, honestly, the most important choice of our careers right now. We're all standing at a fork in the road. The path we choose for how we use AI is going to determine whether it becomes a mental crutch that makes us weaker or a powerful catapult that launches our intelligence into a whole new orbit.
So here they are, the two roads. On one path, you've got outsourced reason. This is where we basically become, as one writer put it, an intellectual tourist in our own jobs. We just let the AI do all the thinking, and the result, our own skills start to decay, and we all just become part of this boring, unoriginal hive mind. But then there's the other path, becoming dangerously intelligent. This is where AI is a tool for thought, not a replacement for it. We use it to make ourselves smarter, to build up that cognitive muscle, and to learn how to ask way, way better questions.
So how do we make sure we're on the right path? Well, the pros have a playbook, and it all starts with a kind of weird concept. You have to embrace intelligent laziness. Now, this isn't about being a slacker. It's actually a super powerful strategy for managing your two most precious resources, your focus and your energy.
The big idea behind intelligent laziness is something called satisficing. It's a term from Nobel laureate Herbert Simon, and it's basically the art of knowing when good enough is, well, good enough. It's all about figuring out which tasks just don't have a big upside, and then refusing to waste your energy trying to make them perfect.
This chart makes it super clear. You've got two kinds of tasks. Some, like formatting slides, have what we call a capped payoff. You could spend all day on it, and it's not going to move the needle much. That's where you want to be lazy. But other tasks, like coming up with product strategy, whoa, that's an uncapped payoff. A tiny improvement there can lead to huge results. This is where you obsess.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? Easy. Just remember the DRAG framework. This is how you spot those capped payoff tasks you should immediately hand over to AI. D is for drafting. Let AI kill the blank page for you. R is for research. Let it gather and summarize info. A is for analysis. Let it find those first patterns in the data. And G is for grunt work. You know, all the boring, repetitive stuff. Drag it over to the AI so you can focus on what really matters. All right, so being efficient with your time, that's just step one. It's only half the battle. The next level, and maybe the most important step, is to actively use AI to make your own brain stronger. The goal here is to turn AI from a mental wheelchair into your own personal mental gym.
You know, we're so used to thinking technology should make everything easy and frictionless, right? But when it comes to learning, that's actually a trap. Real, lasting intelligence isn't built on convenience. It's forged in the fire of resistance. The top performers are intentionally using AI to add productive friction back into their learning.
Think about it like going to the gym. You wouldn't lift the same 5-pound dumbbell every single day and expect to get stronger, right? Of course not. It's the same with your mind. After you learn something, ask your AI to be your spotter. Start easy. Quiz me like I'm a high schooler. Then ramp it up. Okay, now quiz me like a college student. Then grill me for an executive job interview. And for the final boss, challenge me like an irate boss who thinks I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's how you build real, deep, bulletproof understanding.
So we've got the tools, we've got the techniques, but none of it, and I mean none of it, works with the right mindset. This is the last and most critical piece of the puzzle. It's the internal upgrade that makes everything else click into place.
This quote from Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella just hits the nail on the head. This one single cultural shift, moving away from pretending to have all the answers and instead embracing being a learner, is credited with helping Microsoft literally 10x its value. Think about that. If it can transform a giant company, it can absolutely transform you.
So what does being a learn-it-all actually get you? It gives you what we can call the fool's advantage. Here's the deal. Neuroscience tells us our brains only really rewire when we're struggling right at the edge of our abilities. And what's the biggest thing that stops us from getting there? Ego. AI gives you a totally safe space to be the fool, to ask the stupid questions you'd be embarrassed to ask a coworker, and to have the courage to just be a beginner again.
So let's bring this all home. What does this all mean for you right now? It means that old excuse, oh, I'm still learning? Yeah, that's gone. In the age of AI, the new standard, the new mantra is learning and shipping. Use AI to learn a new skill and then immediately use it to build something, to create something, to ship something. Show the world what you've learned by putting it into action.
So, at the end of the day, as these incredible tools get woven deeper and deeper into our lives, it all comes down to one fundamental question, a question you have to answer for yourself. The choice is yours, and the future is waiting.